Well, Simon, we were really pushing for that equaliser towards the end, but it wasn't to be tonight.
No, we started okay, I thought. I mean, obviously Jake Lawrence scored a great goal. I think even prior to their first goal, I thought we looked really comfortable. We've gone mid-block against them and given them the outside. But you know, they've come up against the brick wall against us really, and not had many penalty box entries, not had many situations where we're thinking we're in trouble here. And then, you know, within 4 minutes we're 2-1 down, and I was a little bit disappointed with us at that point. We're expecting more noise off the pitch. We're expecting leaders in the group to bring us back up to a place where we can go again. I mean, we got them in at half time and just tweaked a few little things, but again, second half, Ethan's pulled off a really good save from another cross from our right side, and we had a few areas and a few moments where we got the ball and we've shot near post and shooting across goal. There's little through balls that we can hit when we've shot from distance, and we've been a little bit wasteful at times, I think.
As you said, I mean, we had to be sort of pick our moments. You know, we couldn't go toe to toe with them, and we were trying to sort of match them at times, weren't we?
No, that was the thing. We had a sort of idea pre-game that if we are down in the game at any time, we're going to look at it on the second half, look how many chances we're creating, look how many times we get in their final third, and then, you know, at a certain time in the game, we have to pull a trigger and go 6 yards higher. And we did that, but it's about putting it in the back of the net. You don't always have to score from the first action. Goals get parried out, you know, and you can get that second phase. You can reaction press off the back of that scruffy ball and then shift it and score from that. And we didn't. We looked a little bit wary of really letting ourselves go. We've been focusing on out of possession and how we work and how we show and where we play. But, you know, at 2-1 down, we tried to get that onto the lads to just be a little bit more braver with their positioning.
But that start to the game, it was a great goal from Jake Lawrence, but also I thought Junior and Kane looked very lively as well on the flank.
Tremendous. I think Junior's had the best game that he's had for a couple of months. Worked really well out of possession as well, because that was a big focus for us. But on the ball, he's got great body movement, but he also broke lines carrying the ball, and he had a shot first half. He had a sweaty that came across the box. So he had really good moments, and to be fair to Junior, he played with a discipline and a flair for sort of 80, 90 minutes, which really pleasing for him.
Absolutely. And in the second half as well, I mean, you say there was a chance for Harry Hedges early on, and also we did have that penalty appeal as well, you said.
Yes, there was bodies in front, so I couldn't say if it was or it wasn't. Hedgie again shot near post when there's probably better options far post, and we can get second phase. You know, we're disappointed. We're disappointed to lose, but I think we can play better than that. At times, our individual actions were a little bit off the mark. We didn't string as many passes together as we normally do, and we spoke about on the transition. Spoke about it all week and last week on the transition. If you give the first pass away, you just get no momentum. And whether that's punching it next line, whether that's playing back and sideways to give us a little bit more space and a little bit more option across the pitch, we was a little bit nervy on that first pass.
And you mentioned the save as well from Ethan McGrath in the second half there. And
yeah, tremendous.
I think that's something that he'd have worked on with Bezo, and you can see how he's really coming along as a keeper.
He has. He spends a lot of time with Bezo. He's got an authority about him. He's much more vocal than when he first came in, and he dictates and demands off his back four, I want you here. And that was important for us tonight, because we marked 4v5 against them and left the weak side one, so it was important that we had that structure, but also when they did get out, we had to have that lateral shift across the pitch. And his kicking was a little bit off. We said at half time we don't want the 5 heading any ball, and you know it was a little bit off first half, but no, he's in a good space.
Did you get that feeling when the board went up and it was going to be 10 minutes? You thought, right, this is our opportunity. Get more of the forward players on here.
Yeah, absolutely. We was cramping up in certain areas. The pitch is really firm, so it's the total opposite of what we normally train on. So that doesn't help us. But it was just a case of getting a little bit more energy, getting a little bit more attacking threat on the pitch. And again, you don't always score the perfect goal. You can score off the press. So we needed that energy with and without, really.
Another good turnout here tonight, and it was also good to see the likes of, I know Harry Sidwell came down, also Ollie Downs, Tom Wilson from last year's squad, they were here too, which is good to see.
It's wonderful. You talk about community clubs and you talk about ex-players, and I know there's management staff here tonight. It's fantastic. The parents rock up in their numbers, but we also had a bit of noise after our first goal. It just went a little bit too quiet when they scored. And you know, it's important that whatever's going on the pitch, that we have that fervour and that noise from the crowd, and that's really important.
So I suppose it's back to the old saying of, you know, to go and win the league. And I just seen Riley Horan out there, and he's keen to do that as well. Push players also towards the first team. No,
absolutely. We want to keep that. We want to keep that synergy between us and the seniors. That's really important. We've got Sutton. We've got a derby on Saturday. They're in tomorrow afternoon for a flush. They're off Wednesday, and then we'll train Thursday, Friday, and get ready for Sutton away, which is probably the hardest game that we could have. But in previous years, Rob, we've fallen off post Youth Cup. You know, you look at it and you look over the season on performance and results. Our performances post Youth Cup have been a little bit less than where we want them to be. So we'll be bright and buzzy with them Thursday, Friday, and try and get them ready to compete at Sun.
It's that different league structure as well now, but you've made a really good start to it.
Yeah, we're reasonably happy. We're okay where we are. We're still looking for more players to bring in, and that's important to bolster the squad, as all teams are. But it's just important that Thursday, Friday we're nice and bright, and we get healthy again, because we've done some distance tonight, and then we get ready for Saturday to punch at our levels again.
Simon, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Rob. Cheers. Thank you.